Hey, 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 hey. Good evening to everybody out there. Good evening. How you guys doing out there? That light has a shadow. Let's go ahead and play some music real fast. It's Friday. It's Friday. You know, Fridays are usually payroll slash payday. Hey, hey, hey. Hold on, let's see if some people gonna get in here. Let's see what we got going on. Splash, Splash. How you doing, Splash? Welcome to my first episode. My first live. Welcome, Splash. Welcome. Be right back. Hey, Splash, can you hear that music, Splash? All right, all right. Happy Friday. Okay, cool. Thank you, Splash. Appreciate it. Let me see. I'm learning how this stuff works. What's going on? What's going on with the kid? What's going on? Welcome, welcome. I don't like that shadow, but we just gonna ride with it tonight. We gonna ride with that tonight. I know how I could do it. Let's see here. I'm gonna give y'all a little sample of what we've been working on the back end. Today is Friday is payday slash payroll day, so that's what we doing this evening. For sure, for sure. That's home right there. Anything in Oakland is home, man. Welcome, man. I appreciate you tuning in, man. We're gonna talk a little bit about how the trucking world goes, far as my Fridays, that how it goes. It's payday slash payroll day. We have a few drivers on the payroll, just two drivers on the payroll, and I just want to explain to you guys a little bit about how it works. So a few people climb on in here, and then we'll go ahead and take off. I've been working on some music on the back end. I don't know how other. Let me see something. You might can hear it like this. I'm not sure, but we're gonna figure this out together. It's probably real low. Kid, you guys hear that out there? Can y'all hear that? It's probably real low. I'll probably have to introduce the music to you guys on the next one. It might be too loud. Hey, hey, what's going on, my life, my world? Hey, 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 what's up with it, Playboy? What's up with it, Ted? Y'all come on in. So basically, this is I'm saying a trial run to let you guys know how my Fridays go. We payday slash payroll. Most truckers they get paid on Fridays, and I'm waiting for the drivers to pull into the yard, and they're 1099 employees, so we give them checks. If I give them cash, they give me a receipt or whatever the case may be. Hold on one second. Yeah, so I just wanted to just have this live to let you guys know which direction that I want my channel to go in. Um, we're gonna come out. I got a show that's gonna jump off with Lane too. We're gonna talk about trucking. We got some giveaways. We just been on the back end. We just been really working. So that's what we've been doing. I've been learning a lot by watching you guys do what you guys do. Some of it is some of it's good, some of it is not so good, but everybody, it's entertaining nevertheless. So, some we got some sponsors. We got Hyphy Juice, you know what I'm saying? Our family members. Hyphy Juice is one of our sponsors. It goes good with, cognac. It goes good with tequila. It goes good with vodka, whatever you decide to drink it. Or you just might need some energy to pick you up. Turn the can around. That's Hyphy Juice. They got multiple flavors. This here is the Berry Blast. This is the one that's my favorite. We got the Berry Blast. We got the Cotton Candy. We got the Grapple. So we got a few sponsors in the cuts, and I appreciate. Shout out to all my sponsors out there. Shout out to Clyde Carson, main managing the team over at Hyphy Juice. So we'll go ahead and cut into how. All right. So like I was saying, in the trucking world, most truckers they get paid on Fridays. So we have two owner operators that work with us. We'll meet them in the yard here in about another hour. I'm gonna meet them in the yard, and today is payday. So my owner operators they usually average anywhere from 1,500 to $1,800 a week. So this week, one of the drivers they earn. I'll check my notes here. Okay, yeah. So one of the drivers he earned 1,500 for this week. So I can't give you guys a full total amount of what the net was, but I'm gonna brief you guys a little bit on how we operate. So one of the drivers they made 1,500. So that's his pay there. And like I said, they're 1099 employees. Sometimes I will bear with me. I will write them a check, or sometimes I'll give them cash. If I give them cash, they have to give me a receipt. So at the end of the year, I could claim that on my taxes. So like I said, that's one driver. He made 1,500 this week, and look at here, the other driver he made 1,650. So 16, 1660. Right? So that's 1,660. That's his pay. And then for the company, we're left over with a little bit of change that's left. So let me see how much. So that's roughly about $5,000 that goes to the Northwest Trucking account. Um, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. We do pretty good, but in trucking we have our ups and our downs. We've been in trucking now, I would say probably about 6 or 7 years. So I mean, it has its ups and downs. We just didn't come in the game, and we just wasn't making money off the bat. We took some losses, just like anything else. You have maintenance. You have to buy new equipment. You have to go out and get new contracts. So it's like a trial and error type situation. But I'm just here to let you guys know that we will be going going live real soon. We're getting everything together. Like I said, we got the sponsors. We got Hyphy Juice sponsors. I got about three more sponsors. Excuse me, but I don't want to let the cat out the bag yet. Once again, shout out to Hyphy Juice. We appreciate you guys. So now I just start to dig into which direction I want my channel to go in. It's educational. We're here, we're open book. If you have any questions that you want to ask, that's what I'm here for. I'm not going to tell you that I know it all. I'm still learning, but together we can figure it out. I do believe in teamwork. I don't believe in one person because one person don't know it all. I do not run this business by myself. I have my wife. She is probably 75% of it because I am busy doing other things, and we'll get into that. That way you can have residual income. I do not drive for my company right now. I have before, but once you start to drive for your company, you become self-employed at that point. We are looking for residual income. We're looking for income that where we could walk off and go on vacation and we're still making money over here. So we'll get into that a little bit later. I'll tell you exactly what I do every day, but we're talking about, payroll and paydays. So every Friday. So just imagine, for example, if you average 1,500 a week, what's that? That's $6,000 a month. That's good money. I would say. Not a lot of people are making $6,000 a month. Just imagine if you hit 1,800 to $2,000 a month. That's more. That's $8,000 a month. That is some pretty good money, I would say. I'm getting this chat a little bit and see what's going on over here. We got GE out there, Splash, the kid, Soraya. How you guys doing out there? Ted still out there. So, any questions, comments out there you guys have for me? Right. Well, we'll see. But I'll get back into the direction that I want my page to go to. So we go. Let me see here. I wrote down some notes, so you guys just bear with me. So, like, once this page does get up and get rolling, we're already set up. We got gift cards. We got Starbucks here. We got Applebee's, Chili's. What's this? The kids love this Chick-fil-A. So we will be having a lot of giveaways. We got some hyphy juice giveaways and things of that sort. Who is that? The kid? You got your headphones on? That's what I'm talking about, Playboy. One love. I appreciate the chat, man. This is the first go round. It's like a trial and error situation. You guys got any input you guys want to give me out there? G, you still watching? Ted, y'all still watching? Yeah, trucking can be a very, very lucrative business. It could definitely feed the family. You could definitely have some residual income. I mean, you just have to get out there and get your feet wet, man. And like I said, it's trial and error. There's a lot of things that come into play when you get into trucking. You got to take into consideration, maintenance, buying new equipment, payroll. Okay, so the routes that the two drivers ran today is we got one driver coming down up out of Reno, Nevada. He last time I talked to him, he had just hit Sacramento at the truck stop. So he was fueling back up so he doesn't have to fuel up Monday. The other driver that we were that's out on the road, he's coming down from SoCal. I think he's right outside of Patterson somewhere. So those are the two drivers. But I'll get a little bit deeper into the routes that I used to run when I was out on the road driving for the company. I drove to Florida. Over in Florida, we didn't do too good. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get some good freight cars, or I was moving cars at the time, you'll get some good stuff, make some good money going into Florida. But once you get to Florida, I couldn't really make no money coming out of Florida. So what I did was I found some cars coming out of Florida up to Atlanta, dropped off there, picked up some cars in Atlanta, took those over to Texas, and then dropped those off. And then from Texas, I found some cars coming back to California. One thing about Texas, I will say, you could always find some money going into Texas or coming out of Texas. So those are the routes that we pretty much run. We don't have a problem with going anywhere. I mean, trucking is trucking. I mean, a lot of truckers like to say that they're going, stay local. That's fine. That's what you decide to do. But then you have truckers that like to stay into on the road. You know what I'm saying? Well, pretty much what made me get into the business is when COVID had hit. I was a lot of people may know, may not know. I was an EMT. I was on the ambulance, and they came with some new rules that I did not agree with, so I had to depart ways. So I came home, sat down, talked to my wife. Like, gosh, darn, what am I gonna do? She said, "What you gonna do?" So during that time, there was a lot of people glorifying trucking on the internet. So I said, "Man, hot shot. I'll go ahead and try hot shot." At that time, I did not have CDL. If you don't have a CDL, you could go non-CDL, but you have to stay under 26,000 pounds. So what that would mean is you would have to get something like a Dodge Ram, but I have a 2500 with a 3-car trailer. That way, when you pull into the scales, you're under 26,000 pounds, you're good. But if you go and get a dually, that will put you over the 26,000 pounds, and then you will need a CDL. Excuse me. There are a lot of rules that a lot of people don't know that I had to figure out while I was out there learning the business that you just don't know. Like I said, I don't know everything, but I do know a lot to help people get off the ground. So back to what I was saying is the got into it under 26,000 pounds, hot shot. And then, during COVID, we made got some good money during COVID because nobody wanted to come outside. Everybody wanted things to come to their front door. Not only did they want food, groceries, or whatever they ordered Amazon, they also wanted cars. People buy new cars, and they would tell me, "Hey, you know what? Just park the car in my driveway, drop the keys in the mailbox, and that's it." So that's how we got into it. And then at that point, after COVID, it kind of slowed down. Once it slowed down, we went back to the drawing board. Okay, now what we gonna do now is slowing down. Hold on, I don't have a CDL, so I start looking into things. You don't want to limit yourself. If you limit yourself, you're gonna get the fruits of your labor. You're not gonna get the good bearing fruits. So I had to go back to school. This is the second time that I went back to school at my age. I've been had my CDL about 5 years now. So I went back to school at 32, and I went back to school at 43. 32 was the EMT school. Sometime right there, I'm getting kind of old, so my numbers might be off. But in my 30s, I went back to school there. And then I went back to truck driving school in my 40s. So that's a little bit of how we got into the business. I don't want to put everything out there right now because we do have more episodes to come, and we're going to, what I'm saying, unroll a lot of more content for you guys of how we got into the business, what it takes to keep the business going. I've explained a little bit to you guys about payroll today. We got one driver, like I said, he made 1,500. The other one made 1,650, which left roughly about another, what we say, $5,000, almost 5,500 to go into the account for the business. So that's where we are with it, man. If you guys have any more questions out there, I can go ahead and answer them. Like I said, I don't want to roll everything out in one night because we're here with you guys. We're not going nowhere. Shout out to Hyphy Juice, some of our sponsors out there. We appreciate you guys. Clyde Corson, Main managing the team. Thank you, kid. Thank you. I appreciate it. Any more questions out there? Comments? Lay it on me, man. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm here to stay. We're gonna be right here with this trucking content. Anybody is welcome to, ask questions if you need some help. We got you. Oh yeah, the sundown states. You know what? Let me give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So we are going to. I'm glad you mentioned that, GE. Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Give a special shout out to GE. Very good guy right there. Very good guy. Very honest guy. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the sundown state. I'm gonna get with Lane because a I want somebody that is from the South to give me their standpoint because they deal with it a lot more. And what I mean by they deal with it, they deal with the racism a lot more than we do over here on the West. So we're gonna talk about the sundown states. That'll be one of my episodes right there. Put that over here in my notes. Just 1 second. What type of equipment do we operate? So right now we have the two owner operators. They have dry vans. Me, what I do every day is port work. I drive containers. I mean, I don't drive containers. I drive a day cab that has a container on the back of it. The equipment that I first started with was a Dodge Ram that, oh, let me go back a little bit further. Gosh darn. Well, I started out with a Ford F-150 and a one car trailer. Now you guys getting me to put a little bit more out there, so to speak. I started with a F-150. Yeah, you remember the F-150 and a one car trailer. Let me tell you, that's what really got me to start to dig into hot shot with this one car trailer and this F-150. No lie. It's a witness right there. I used to make roughly after gas and everything like about $1,300-$1,400 a day. Let me tell you how I did it. I would get a car that was going from, I don't know, Sacramento to San Jose. This was during COVID when I first started. Car going from Sacramento to San Jose that paid roughly, let's call it 550. Um, that was one. Now on my trailer, let's just say it was a Honda, small car. On my trailer, I could fit a car and two bikes, full Harley Davidsons on the trailer. So let's just say, that car was 550. This pen is going out. Gosh, let's just you guys help me with the math. That car was 550. I had two bikes that was going somewhere along the way. I wasn't going too far off. That I would get 350 for. So that's 700, right? There's five, three for 350, 350 a piece. Excuse me, 350 a piece. That's roughly like 12 right there. Then I also had room in the bed of the truck for two more bikes. So there are a lot of different combinations that I've learned along the way that really, really works. You just have to use your mind, man. I mean, if you could think it, you can achieve it. I mean, you have to get out there and really, really just go for what you know, man. To me, it's like hustling. Like, it would come outside, it was a new day. We looking for new opportunities. We just putting it together. You putting it together. If you guys, a lot of you guys out there, I know y'all come from the streets, man. We come from the streets. We don't wait for nobody to feed us. We go out and we get it ourselves. So that's how I really got started. Then from there, give you a little story. Then from there, the F-150, the one car trailer, and I always believed in owning your equipment. That was in the beginning. That's what I'm saying. We grow and we evolve and we reinvent ourselves. In the beginning, I was like, I don't want to go in debt, far as like getting new truck, big trucks, and all this. But I don't agree with that now. We'll get into that. So after I still had the F-150 and a one car trailer, making good money there, I wanted to go bigger. That's when I got the 3-car trailer with the F-250. Went out to Arizona, hopped on the plane, went out to Arizona, bought a nice truck, clean. Paid roughly, I don't know, we paid, goddamn, paid 17,000 for that truck. 2 weeks later, the truck blew up on us. So I'm like, gosh darn, what am I gonna do? But see, it was good at that time because my overhead wasn't that big. Remember, I said I believe in owning majority of the equipment at that time. So I'm like, gosh darn, what I gotta do? I'm stuck. So went back to the drawing board with my best friend. She probably out there watching. So shout out to my wife out there. Went back to the drawing board and said, gosh darn, we ain't got no choice. We gotta go get us a truck. So we went over to Dodge Ram, picked up a brand new, what year is that truck? 2023. We got we picked up that truck over there. We got a good deal on it. It was during a little bit after COVID where trucks was through the roof. For some reason, trucks went through the roof during COVID and a little bit after. So they gave us a good deal. I think it was roughly 75,000 for it. But got that truck and we got back out on the road. So, we did. One thing I can say is that truck paid for itself. That truck is sitting over there in the yard, paid for. I drive it every day. That's my get around. And we are gonna have an episode about that truck. That truck is what, a 2023. We got it in 22, the end of 22, and right now we're about 600 miles from 200,000 miles. That was a damn good truck right there. That truck has been in there. We only had one issue with the truck. It was the DPF filter. We fixed that, and the truck has been running like a champ. We had, like I said, we're 800 miles. This is a 2023. We're 800 miles from 200,000. Now you tell me if we haven't been working. I worked the hell out of that truck. I'm gonna make a video because we're gonna remake the truck. I've seen some things that I want to add. That truck is my baby, and yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying when it comes to equipment. Like I said, I don't want to give you guys too much. You know what I'm saying? Yes, absolutely. I have. I've moved your bike a couple of times. I've moved Cuzzo bike, Bree bike multiple times. I've moved a lot of people's cars, bikes, cars of kids going back to school, Texas, Atlanta. You know what I'm saying, Louisiana. That's why I wish I would have known some of you guys out there. Oh yeah, it's all good, kid. I appreciate you for tuning in, man. Don't worry about it. We gonna chop game. And like I said, I'm not going nowhere. I'm right here. I got some content for you guys. Oh yeah, man. I've moved so many different things. Sometimes some of this stuff get into like a blur. Yeah, right. I moved the LS mode. When I came to Vegas, whenever I go to Vegas, my best friend, she always want to jump in the car. She going to Vegas. She wants to go to her favorite restaurant. She wants to go out there. She wants to go shopping. She wants to do what the women do. That's fine. We love that. You know. Um. Gosh darn. But when I came out there, what I had on the truck, I had a motor in the back of the truck. I had a bike in the back of the truck. I think we had the I had the trailer. I don't remember, but I mean, shoot, I had 3 cars on the trailer. I mean, we really, if it fits, it ships. I'll bring you a loaf of bread for the right price. If they ain't got a certain kind of bread that you like in your city and it's in my city, excuse me, you call me, we truckers. I'm going to get that loaf of bread. I'm going to bring it to you for the right price. That's just what it is. I'm also going to have one of my good partners on here too, DLC Trucking. He is over in Vegas. I'm trying to look for this picture real fast to show you guys when we all got these trailers. The we went to go buy these trailers, and like I told you, you already know we from the streets. Me and 2 more of my partners, we bought trailers. These people were blown back when we picked up these trailers. We come in this place with like almost $80,000 cash to buy these trailers. We placed our orders. They made them. They didn't take no down payment, or roughly they probably took a small down payment, but the total was 80,000. We came in there with 80,000. It was, and we, you see what color we are. They were really, they was like, they was kind of on edge and stuff like that. Let me find this picture. Give me 1 minute. We where's this picture at? Gosh darn. I don't think it's in here. Might be over here. Give me 1 minute. I want to find this picture for you guys because I want to show you guys this picture. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Where my photos at? Right here. Bear with me, you guys. Bear with me. This photo is a photo that is. It's not in here. Wow. Gosh darn. I want. Oh, here it is. Bingo. Got it. Look at this picture right here. I don't know if y'all can see, but that's me sitting up there. Let me move it. That's me sitting up there on top of $80,000 worth of trailers. $80,000 in cash. Those people were blown back. When we told them we had cash, it was very interesting. But I got so many stories that I'm going to share with you guys. I think you guys, it's going to be a beautiful ride. It's going to be a beautiful journey. It's going to be a beautiful journey. You guys stick around. We're going to have more content to come. We appreciate those that have gotten the building, came in the building, has chatted with us. Shout out to my chat. We got GE, the kids, Splash, Ted, My Life, My World. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. We really, really appreciate that. Shout out to one of our sponsors once again, Hyphy Juice. Like I said, it goes well with tequila, cognac, vodka, whatever you choose. I drink mine this Friday, so I drink mine with tequila. So, after I get off here and I wind down and get back in the house, I'll go ahead and take me a shot and go ahead and relax and chill. It's all good. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Hyphy Juice, one of the sponsors that we have. Like I said, I'm not gonna let you know who the other sponsors are, but we coming your way. We oh cool, yep. I can bring you Clyde. I love to come on the show. As a matter of fact, I gotta meet him to lay something down over in the studio. He laying something down for the show for us. Like I said, we'll be coming your way. We're gonna have giveaways. We have yeah. I don't want to let the cat out the bag, man. And I'm excited. Man. I appreciate y'all for coming in here. And we'll be back real soon. You guys stay tuned. This is Northwest Trucking TV, and we greatly appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you guys soon. Salute.